All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is when y'all are watching this. Um, it's time for another video class. Now we are finishing up with first drafts of problem solution right now. By the time you're watching this, you should have submitted your first draft of your problem solution essay to me. Uh, for SA2, the evaluation analysis, I still have a few, 7 or 8, something like that, revisions. That's for everybody. That's for all classes. I think I have 7 or 8 as of today left of the revisions to do. However, the revisions are what they are. They're done. You can't go back. What you get on the revision is the final grade. So I would say just leave those behind. They're over and done with. Focus now on the problem solution because the first drafts are due again today. Whenever you're watching this is when they're due. So these are first drafts, which means you still will have an opportunity to do a revision of the problem solution if you want. Now, up to this point, including this one, including problem solution, I want to make this perfectly clear. For these first 3 essays, doing outside research has been optional, so it's not a requirement. However, for essay 4, which is coming up way faster than I think, and all of you probably think, um, we're halfway through October already, and the semester ends on November 16th, so we're getting close. Now, for the final essay, research is not going to be optional. It is a researched argument. So you are going to have to use a minimum of 3 outside sources on this. Now, some of you have been using outside sources, and at least the first essay you were the source, so there was no need for outside sources. But for 2 and 3, I've made them optional, and some of you, quite a few of you actually, have been using them, and I've been kind of lenient on the way they've been used. Now I will, when I give you your drafts back, you'll see it in the comments. This is what the works cited page should look like. This is what this should look like. And I've gone over the works cited once already in a video. There's a video up of it, and I've got the cheat sheet that shows you how to do it and how to set everything up. But and I've somewhat gone over research, but I haven't really stressed it as much because it has been optional, and you've had the opportunities to correct mistakes. Now, for this final essay, the research element is a requirement. Therefore, I'm going to be holding you to proper MLA research standards. Um, so I want to take tonight's video to give you another tutorial on how to conduct proper research and how to implement the research. Now, just conducting the research, you know, most people in today's world think they're really good at doing research. Why? Because of Google. Oh, just Google it. Oh, you want to know what that means? Just Google it. Well, okay, for basic, just general information, hey, where's the nearest dry cleaners or whatever? Um, what are their prices? Yeah, sure, Google's great. Google's great for that. But for doing formal research, Google is not the best. Can you use Google? Of course. Professional researchers use Google all the time, I'm sure. I've used Google to do real research for real projects that I was getting paid for. I used it extensively for some travel documentaries I worked on. Um, However, for formal, certain specific types of research, you want to use what are known as peer-reviewed academic uh, journals. Those have been vetted by other professionals in the field, so they have kind of a stamp of approval, kind of like those things that say "as seen on TV." Ooh, that means it's good. I'm joking, of course, but peer-reviewed scholarly journals have been reviewed by other experts in the field. Now, that gives them credibility. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're the best source and everything they're saying is 100% and right and true and all. It just means that it's been vetted by professionals and has an official um, seal of approval on it, if you will. You know, whereas with Google, you don't know what you're getting. Yeah, now you, to some extent, you do, but I think y'all know what I'm talking about. So when you're doing research, you have to kind of be extra careful with it, and you have to look at the sources. Now, I'm gonna give you some examples uh, of how to conduct research and how to properly format the research, particularly on a works cited page, because I've gotten, for those of you who have used outside sources so far, it's been pretty good. I'm not gonna sit here and lie about it. It's been fairly good. However, I've gotten quite a few things that were supposed to be works cited pages that really I was kind of like, wow, okay. So that's what I'm going to be going over tonight. Now, I've got a few things already keyed up here, but what I'm also going to show you is things that are going to be effective, that are going to save you time. Now, we're all busy. It doesn't matter, you know, busy is it's fairly objective. You know what I mean? I'm busy. What are you doing? I'm playing a video game, watching a movie, talking on the phone to someone for no reason at all, just to talk. Well, so what? If that's what's keeping you busy, then I guess technically you're busy. But saving time is a good thing when you're still being effective, when you're accomplishing the goal to the highest of your ability, but you're also shaving it. Sometimes it could be minutes, sometimes it could be hours, sometimes it could even be days off of a particular project. That's valuable. That's stuff that, you know, that's extremely valuable, because guess what? Then that does give you more time to do the things that you actually want to do. Now, it doesn't mean you're cutting corners. I'm not saying, I don't want you to think that. What I want you to think is that I'm doing this effectively and I'm getting good results that are going to save me time and going to make my end product, which is your essay, a better product. So that's it, you know. Think about it like an industry. You know, if they can take something and shave uh, 80 hours off of the production time, that's going to make the old end product cost less to produce, which is going to make the product hopefully cost less for the end user, the purchaser. Um, so that's kind of what I'm focusing on, is just being effective. So what I want to start off with is kind of how to find sources. Now, I've already shown you how to use the databases. So this is the Kauffman Library, and here I already said in the first video, just stay away from this right here. You don't want to use, you don't want to, this is too big. What I'm scrolling on right here, this is far too big. So what I suggest is just go to databases. And when you go to databases, um, since we're not, since y'all are pretty much in charge of your topic, and I'm not giving you a specific field or a specific type of topic, I would just use Academic Search Complete, because this is good. This is an excellent database that covers so many different subjects. Now, I told you last time, when you're selecting, keep the Boolean phrase, just go ahead and keep that checked. Okay, now you also want to check this box, apply equivalent subjects. I personally don't use these two. Also search for related words, synonyms, and plurals within full text articles. This one, these I don't use these, because my personal reason for not using these boxes is it makes the search field too big. I'm getting too many results. I want focused research, so I want valid results, but I also don't want 10,000 of them. If I can get like less than 10, whoa, that's amazing. So I'm going to limit it to full text. Right now, I'm not going to worry about scholarly peer-reviewed. Try to say that fast. Scholarly peer-reviewed. Scholarly peer-reviewed. Peer-reviewed. Yeah, come on, play along. Try it. It's difficult. So I'm just going to check full text. That's all I'm doing. I'm not putting any dates on it. Now, if your topic is something that is extremely current, you might want to put at least a year or a month on it. Um, Publication type, I just keep all. I don't worry about, now if you're looking for something specific, you can, if you're doing reports or so, you can choose those. I'm just going to use all. Number of pages, I don't care. Okay, so with the Boolean phrase, I've already explained that. That's using words like and, plus, or, but, it's things like that that will limit it. So I'm just going to do, let's see here. What's a story that I could do? Let's do, I want to do something that's not, let's do Flannery O'Connor. Let's do, and I'm not even going to use capitals or anything. I'm just going to put a good man is hard to find. And the grandmother, because she's a very important character in that. And if y'all are taking any of my 1102s next semester, you will be reading this story. Okay, so let's do a search and just see what we get, because the grandmother's a very important character in this story. Look at that, that's awesome. I got 5 results. Okay, one of my babies, the misfit and the grandmother. O'Connor's good man is hard to find. The function of signature in a good, we got some great stuff here. Now remember, we want to try to only use the PDFs. Linked full text, I don't, that's worthless as far as I'm concerned. You can play with it if you want, you can mess around with it, save yourself some time. Limited full text to me is worthless. HTML is better than nothing, but if you have this choice right here, always choose PDF. So let's do this one. One of my babies, the misfit and the grandmother. So we'll do that. All right, so now again, this is an exact copy of the journal. It's a facsimile. So I've got my page numbers. That's real important for when I do my internal citations, these. So here the author is Stephen C. Bandy. So if I was going to quote this or paraphrase this, at the end of that quote or paraphrase, I'd put Bandy. And if it was from this page right here, page 107, I would put 107. Now you notice that I don't use spaces here. Between the parentheses and the last, you don't space it. You put it right directly after it. There's no comma here. There's no P or PG period, no page, none of that. It's just the last name, the page number, and no spaces, and then the end, and a period after that. That's my internal citation. That's what it would look like from this article. Everything else would be in the Works Cited page. Okay, so I've got that there. Now, which is why you want to use the PDF. If I use the HTML, there would be no page number on this, and I just have Bandy. For real true research, that won't fly. Okay? If it's HTML is your only choice, then go ahead and use it. But if you have the PDF, always pick it. Okay, so I'm going to go back down here. Now, since I got this from the database, I will bring this back up. So this is the normal setting right here. We don't want this. We want Times New Roman. We want it to be size 12 in the font. And here under, now I'm going to make this a Works Cited page, okay? So here's what I'm going to do. Normally it'll say this, none. And normally the line spacing will be on multiple. That's the default. I'd already set this up earlier and forgot to turn it off. So what I want to do is go here to special, and that's right on this little tab. Where it says special, I want to do hanging. And here I want to make sure this is set up for double. So I go right there. Now, since this is going to be my Works Cited page, I want to go right here, and I don't put it in bold, I don't underline it. I just type it Works and Cited. Okay? Now I can go back here, and I want to go back to align left. Now what I also need is my last name and my page number. So what I do there is I go to Insert, and I go to page number, not header. I go to page number. I want it on the top of the page, and I want it on the top right. So that's going to be plain number 3. Now here I need to go back and change my font again. Okay, so all of this should match up. And then I just put my last name. Hit the space bar once. Now that's done. I can just double click underneath that, or I can just close it. Okay, so now I'm going to double check. Always double check. It takes a lot less time than to screw everything up and have to go and reformat everything. So I've got my hanging and I've got my double space. Good to go. All right, so I'm going to minimize this for the time being. Since I'm using this from the database, if I go over here, on this little piece of paper right here, it says cite. So I'm going to click on that. Now these are all the different types of citations. I want to use now MLA. So I go to MLA. Now notice that the fonts and everything are a little bit different here. That doesn't matter. I'm going to show you why it doesn't matter. I highlight that whole thing. I right click. I copy it. Okay. Now let's bring this back up. So here, make sure your cursor is aligned left and right over here where I'm at, right where I'm pointing. So I just right click. Now where it says paste options, you want to pick the middle one that says merge formatting. You see right there? Right in the middle, merge formatting. And then I hit boom. All of these green squiggles and lines here, do not pay any attention to those. That's the grammar thing that Microsoft Word has built in. Don't worry about it here. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to hit enter. And it goes all the way back left because I have the hanging indent. Okay, so let's say that I use a different source that's not from the databases. Remember, you can use Google. You can use whatever. You can use it whatever you want. You just have to make sure that you're making sure that your source is legit and that it's valid. Okay, so let's go to a different source. Now, I just picked this to show you how accurate this next formatting tool can be. This is an article from today. Okay, this is from roadandtrack.com reviews. This is a 2020 Corvette, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I've already highlighted this, so let's go ahead and let me do this again. All you do is take the URL, the entire URL, all the way to the last thing. Highlight it, right click, and I want to copy this. Not cut it, copy it. Okay, now I'm going to use the Purdue OWL, but I'm going to go back once so I can show you how I got this. All I did was go to Google and type in OWL Purdue. It's this one right here, OWL Purdue Writing Lab, owlpurdue.edu. Now I know that I'm using MLA and that's all I need. So I'm going to go to the MLA Formatting and Style Guide. Click on that. And right when I click on that, right here is this is an automatic citation generator. Now this will do them for your works cited page. It won't do the internal citations. And if it does, I think that there is an option, I believe, but it only use it for your works cited page. Now you've got options here. We're using a website, but if it was a book or a journal article or online video or film, we'd click that. This is the online version of Road and Track. It's not the print magazine. So I'm using the website because that's my source. Now when you get in here, you can type stuff in and look, but I've already got it. So what I'm going to do is just paste it. You paste the whole thing. Now notice that this cursor is still flashing in here. It won't let me do anything as long as that cursor is flashing inside the box. So I'm going to just click out here and get rid of that and go to Cite. Okay, now it's searching for it. Now remember, this article came out today. Okay, so that's how good this thing is. Is this the right article? The 2020 Chevy Corvette proves the small block V8 will never be outdated. And I totally agree, by the way. Awesome, awesome motor. So let's double check. Yeah, that's it. And is that a Kulski? Yep. Yeah, let's go back to where we were at. So that's the right article. We know that's the right article. Let's go ahead and hit Cite. Okay, checks all of this stuff. We got the title, the website, date access, date published, the URL. Yeah, so we're good to go. Let's go ahead and continue. And if we need to add anything here, we can, but we don't, so we won't. That's our author, Travis Okolski. This is it, 13 October 2020. So let's go to complete citation. And now we have to watch this. Now, I know you guys really wanted to see this, because this is a house that no longer existed. So if you want to pay $10 a month to get this for free, you can, but no. We can wait and just listen to this. Well, I guess it's over now. So, and for the purposes that you guys will probably be using this thing, don't pay for it. Okay, so here's our citation. All right, so let's go to copy citation. Now it'll do the in-text too, but let's not worry about that. Those I would highly recommend you do on your own, because it does make some mistakes there. So we want to copy it. Okay, so it's copied. So now we're going to go back to our works cited page. Now we're back here. Now this is, you do these in alphabetical order. Band E comes before C. So we're going to just go ahead and right click. Now remember, we picked the middle one. Boom. Our hanging indent still works. We just pasted. So that is a 100% perfect, no mistake works cited page. Now, I was going slow because I was showing you all how to do this, but you have no idea how much time this saves. Back in the day, you had to type all of this stuff by hand, and it had to be perfect. And it was, trust me, this is so much better. So that is a 100% proper works, the S. I get a lot of them that just say that. No, it's works. There has to be the S there. And there's your works cited page. That's 100% correct. Margins are correct. Font's correct. Size is correct. Everything is correct. You can get 0 points deducted for that. And if you did get points deducted, dispute it, you will win. So there you go. If you use the database, it'll cite it for you. If you use right over here, it'll do it for you. If you're using the internet, use this. The Owl at Purdue. You might have to watch one of those wonderful ads that we just did, but who cares? It's still going to save you so much time, and it will be correct. So that is the most effective way to do research. Look, I got this down to 5 results right here. If I go back, 5 results. Now, again, if I go to Google and type in, oops, and I'm going to do the same exact one, and the grandmother. I have just absolutely tons of results to go through. Let's go to page 10. Oh, we're still going. So we have 14 pages on Google. More than that. Let's just go to next. I mean, we just have so much stuff. So you can see $18 pages, okay? And each page has quite a few. So we went from 5 to a whole bunch. That's not effective. And some of this doesn't even have anything to do with it. This is Oedipus Rex. That's not even in the same. Is it? Yeah, that's not even the same millennium. Whatever. That is so far away. That is so far away. Case study of eye tracking. Come on now. Whatever. So Google is a roll of the dice. And if you know what you're looking for, Google's awesome. But if you don't, you're just wasting time for the most part, to be honest. So yes, use these, use this, and you should be good to go. I mean, this is all these databases. I recommend this one, but there's so many others that you can use. I mean, there's tons of them. Now, when you get into super specific stuff, you can use these too, and they work great. They are such good time savers. And that is pretty much how you want to conduct your research. You're getting good stuff, good results, you're saving time, and you're improving your grade. Or ensuring that your grade will not be lower because you didn't format something right, or you made a mistake on citing your source or whatever. Because yes, on the final essay, that stuff is a big part of the grade, because it is a formal academic research paper that is also an argument. Okay, so I don't want to really go too much deeper into any of this on this video. I know this is super entertaining and y'all love watching this stuff, but trust me, this is for your benefit. Once you get out of this class, you're still going to be doing research. You'll be doing research next semester. You'll probably be doing research in other classes this semester. This stuff, once you learn this stuff, you can apply it to basically any other field. Now, this is MLA, and many of you are going to have to use, almost all of you at some point are going to have to use APA. The good news is that once you learn APA, MLA is really easy to adjust to. Once you learn MLA, APA is really easy to adjust to. Okay? So this stuff that I'm showing you is not just for this class. Use these tools throughout your college career. You will produce better work, which will make your GPA and your grades better, and you will save time so that when you do want to go do something that's not work or school related, you will have more time to do it. To me, that's a W. That's a big W. So anyway, I'm going to stop right there for tonight and today, this morning, whatever time it is you're watching it. And let's just keep moving forward, okay? We are much, much closer than I think any of us realize. These next few weeks are going to fly by, and before you know it, it's going to be winter break, and you're going to be getting ready for next semester. So don't give up, don't give out. All right? See you next time.